Okay, Sir Henry Morton Stanley was a Welsh-born American journalist who in 1871 discovered, after a long and painful search, the Scottish-born British missionary and explorer Dr. David Livingstone, who had gone missing during a search for the headwaters of the River Nile. The New York Herald sent Mr. Stanley to find him. We were now about 300 yards from the village of Ujiji, and the crowds are dense about me. Suddenly I hear a voice on my right side. "Good morning, sir." Startled at hearing this greeting in the midst of such a crowd of black people, I turned sharply around in search of the man. A man dressed in a long white shirt with a turban of American sheeting around his woolly head, and I asked, and the man was black-skinned, "Who the mischief are you?" "I am Susie, the servant of Dr. Livingstone," he said, smiling and showing a gleaming row of teeth. "What, is Dr. Livingstone here?" "Yes, sir." "In this village?" "Yes, sir." So I did that which I thought was most dignified. I pushed back the crowds and, passing from the rear, walked down a living avenue of people until I came in front of the semicircle of Arabs, in the front of which stood the white man with the grey beard. As I advanced slowly towards him, I noticed he was pale, looked wearied, and had a grey beard, wore a bluish cap with a faded gold band round it, had on a red-sleeved waistcoat, and a pair of grey tweed trousers. I would have run to him, only I was a coward in the presence of such a mob, would have embraced him, only he being an Englishman, or actually a Scot, I did not know how he would receive me. So I did what cowardice and false pride suggested was the best thing, walked deliberately to him, took off my hat and said, "Dr. Livingstone, I presume?" "Yes," said he with a kind smile, lifting his cap gently. I replace my hat on my head, and he puts on his cap, and we both grasp hands, and I then say aloud, "I thank God, doctor, I have been permitted to see you." He answered, "I feel thankful that I am here to welcome you." We are seated, the doctor and I, with our backs to the wall. The Arabs take seats on our left. More than 1,000 natives are in our front, filling the whole square densely, indulging their curiosity, and discussing the fact of two white men meeting at Ujiji, one just come from Manyuema in the west, the other from Unyanyembe in the east.